got so many newly successful YouTubers increasing view count and monetizing their channels. As I'm sure you are, I'm wondering if this is all luck or if there's a secret formula. Maybe increased viewership from a more digital world is helping them. In this video, we'll cover some recent successes like MeetKevin, how much MeetKevin has reported to make, and why you might just want to follow along this journey with me. But before we get into that, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's get to it. So we've got all these new and successful YouTubers going from nothing to hundreds of thousands and sometimes even millions of subscribers. Is this a fluke? Can it be repeated? Well, some places are reporting that more than 80% of people have increased their use of YouTube during the pandemic. We're seeing YouTubers like MeetKevin massively increase their subscriber base in recent months. Kevin is executing amazingly. Who knows how he's able to pump out the number of videos that he is in a day. I really have to respect the hustle there. Kevin has reported that in 1 month, with 30 million views and about 3 million hours watched, he got paid over $260,000. I mean, if that doesn't light a fire under you, I really don't know what will. Now look, MeetKevin is clearly a very unique case, and the guy is playing the game so well. He must be investing most of his time into YouTube. But think about it, even if you're 1% as successful as him, you're making an additional $2,600 a month. Even 0.5% is an extra $1,300 a month. If you invested $1,300 in Tesla in January of 2020, you would have about $6,500 today. That's from just 1 month. Disclaimer, this is not investment advice, and putting all your funds in a single company is obviously not a best practice. Let's continue this calculation for the rest of the year, assuming a current Tesla price of about $440. With $1,300 a month from February invested in Tesla, you'd have about $3,600, March $3,800, April $6,300, May $4,000, June $3,100, July $2,500, August $1,900, September $1,200, October $1,300. That brings you up to about $34,000 invested for just this year so far. If we continued this calculation and assumed no growth in Tesla for November and December, that gives you another $1,300 for each of these months, bringing your total up to almost $40,000 invested. That means if MeetKevin invested only 0.5% of his YouTube income this year into Tesla, he'd have $30,000 in the bank from just that. Think about that for a second. Now I know there's some things here that haven't been taken into account, like taxes. Maybe he doesn't make that every single month, and other things like CPM for each of his videos. And CPM is really just the income per 1,000 views, calculated by YouTube. But either way, that was calculated at 0.5%. So what is my point? The point is really that you don't have to be as successful as someone like MeetKevin. You really just need to be 0.5% as successful. And probably even less than that is enough for a pretty good side hustle. At the end of this video, I'll go through a few more scenarios and examples of how much money MeetKevin would have today if he invested more. So we can have fun with a few bearish or conservative scenarios and maybe some bullish and more optimistic scenarios. So why am I saying this? Well, I'm gonna put YouTube to the test and see how easy or hard it really is. So I'm starting this channel. I've always wanted to, so I'm doing it. But why do I want to? Well, I hate patting myself on the back, but to give you some background, I've got a very successful career in tech, working for one of the world's largest technology organizations. At my job, I mentor others daily. I've trained hundreds of people in multiple roles, such as software developers and engineers. My customers have been many of the largest companies in the world, where I've been helping them build out their technology platforms, ensuring that it's reliable and scalable. It took a lot of grit and time to build a really successful career. I went through working overtime, all-nighters, the stress of learning new things all the time, terrible managers, great managers, mostly amazing mentors, and everything that comes with building a successful career. Some can probably make a good guess as to what my career is, and that's okay. But for now, I'm not sharing that information. I'll probably make a video of this in the future. Let's see how things go. From a net worth standpoint, I've built up around $1 million in real estate, built up over 6 years, which I started when I was 24. I have about $100,000 self-invested into stocks. I'll dive into my portfolio at a later stage if there's any appetite for this. Let me know in the comments. And I drive a Tesla Model 3 long range. And oh man, what a car. It's not really just a car, to be honest. Maybe I'll make another video about my Tesla and my experience with the car. Again, let me know in the comments if there's something that you'd like to know about the Model 3 and my experience there. So my point is, I really feel like finances really don't have to be as stressful as it is for many people. Although I'm not super rich or anything, I see myself as an everyday success story already, and I'm just 30 years old. Other than having a focus on growing what I already have today, I'm not worried about finances in my day-to-day life, and I've never missed paying a bill. So I really want to share my path and opinion with others. Hopefully it can inspire a few of you and help you out over the years. So the plan is just to talk about these kinds of things and other things that I'm interested in, and I believe others will be interested in too. So let's go on this YouTube journey together, because I know many people today want to start a YouTube channel and just don't get to doing it. I'll take on this challenge and share how things go every step of the way. If it fails, great. Worst case, I learn a few things and probably get a little bit better at public speaking or being on a mic. If it works out, even better, and hopefully it inspires a few of you to get started. So let's see how quickly we can grow this channel and get it monetized. I'll be open about how long it takes, what I end up making, if anything, even if it's unsuccessful. I don't want to share only the success, but also the failures. I'm pretty willing to spend cash on advertising and stuff like that, but I don't think I'm gonna do that at first. I want to see if it's possible to make a successful channel without doing that. I know most people wouldn't want to spend cash on advertising, especially at the start. So if there's something you guys want to know about this journey, feel free to share it in the comments and I'll be happy to reply or make a video on it. And with that said, if you wanted to start a YouTube channel at any point in time, just go ahead and do it. It's fine feeling uncomfortable, and that's why I named this channel Perfectly Uncomfortable. The times in my life that I've been the most uncomfortable are actually the times that I've made the largest strides towards success. So my feeling is, why not just accelerate that process and be uncomfortable all the time? And while being uncomfortable, actually enjoy the process and experience. Once again with this YouTube channel, I'm back to something in my life where I really don't know what I'm doing in getting this up and running. And that's okay. That's how we learn. And if I fail, that's a good thing too, and we can laugh about it together. Alright, so as promised, lastly I want to go through what MeetKevin's investment could look like if he invested more than just 0.5%. So let's look at a bear case and a bull case. For the bear case, I'm going to say he makes $100,000 per month, and for the bull case, I'm going for the reported $260,000 per month. Having the more conservative $100,000 a month is potentially more accurate, as I'm sure he doesn't make $260,000 every single month, or not yet anyways. I'm sure he'll get there. Again, this is working on a current Tesla price of $440. Alright, let's get this going. So, with $100,000 invested in Tesla every single month from January 2020 until today, and we'll forecast November and December, January would be $513,000 today, February $282K, March $297K, April $488, May $314, June $245, July $197, August $145, September $92, October $106, and $100K each for November and December brings us to $2,884,074.39. Wow, I can't even imagine having almost 3 mil from what really started as a side hustle. Crazy, crazy stuff. Now let's look at the bull case. If MeetKevin made $260,000 and invested that in Tesla every month, January $1,330,000, February $733,000, March $772,000, April $1.2 million, May $817,000, June $639,000, July $513,000, August $385,000, September $240,000, October $275,000. Adding that 264 November and December each gives us a whopping $7,498,593.40. Whew, my gosh. Kevin, if you're watching this, time to start that YOLO on Tesla. Alright, well, that wraps up this video. And here's the mandatory smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I've always wanted to say that. See you guys next time.